Further, we will see what actually the concept of web applications, what is the use, why we should concentrate on the towards the security of web applications. And further, we will try to develop the intrusion detection system using optimization through the feature selection method. We will propose some method for the feature selection, and this will be implemented or demonstrated with the help of machine learning with the using Veka tool. And further, we will see the how the actually optimization occurs and how it benefits to the web application security. And further, we will conclude the sessions followed by the references. Okay. So now, so many researchers are there. They are working in the different domains. And here, now in this era, we need optimization. Suppose we want to travel from one place to the other place. What we are doing? So in a shortest path, that path will take a short time and we will reach as early as possible. So in day-to-day life, we are finding out the optimization, but the way of optimization is different. Okay. Now, this is the evolution of the smart city, or when we are talking about the global space of the cyber, when we are talking about the cyberspace, means what? All the devices which are connected to the internet that's come up into the cyberspace. Means what? Whatever your software defined network is there, whatever your cloud computing is there, whatever your smart grid network will be there, or smart city networks are there. Means when we are talking about the cyberspace, means your smart grid, your automated systems that form the network, these are connected to the network. And here, all these are comes under the umbrella of that your cyberspace. But when you see your mobile, or suppose that the smart grid computing network, so whatever the energy consumption is there, that is counted by the state electricity board, and the bill is comes towards you. Means in the form of what? Some they have developed their specific web applications, and in that web applications the user can see their whatever the energy consumption for last 1 year or for the current month, whatever the bill is there. And further, we are using that web applications to pay the amount of bill. Yes. So now, why we have taken a web application security? That is the most interesting part. Because of what? The web applications, when you see your mobile, or when you see your desktop, or whenever you are starting with the web browser, so what we are doing? We are accessing web applications. Yes. So these web applications, that is nothing but the computer programs. What? We are just accessing this with the help of web browser, means with the help of what? Using HTTP protocol. And we are making a secure communication through the HTTPS protocol. Here means this is like a program that utilizes the web browser, and whatever the web technology is there, we are using that to perform specific tasks. Yes, when you see your mobiles, there are so many web applications are there, like Gmail is there, Facebook is there, yes, your Google Drive is there, or YouTube is there. So your phone pay, your whatever the app, so all these are what? Web applications. Now what happens? In a day by day, or in the current scenario, we are using so many web applications. Or in a smart computing, again, there are so many web applications are there for separate for web, for the consumers, or for the handling different types of controls over the automated industry also. So means what? In a single click, we can perform so many applications, so many operations, or we can say that we can provide the so many services to the consumer as well as to the user. So when we are talking about the web applications, so means what? Whenever you see, so many people, you are using Amazon, okay, or you are using Facebook, so or any other financial application is there. So means what? The specific web applications are developed and they are providing the distinguished service. Yes. So Amazon is providing the shopping services. Facebook, that provides the connection between the social connection between the peoples in the virtual mode. Or When we want to transfer some money to the other person, we are using what? Online, any financial applications like that is the SBI application is there, or PhonePe is there, or GPay is there. Likely, as we say that now in a smart computing, whatever your energy consumption is there, that is shown to your user, and whatever the consumption after the billing can be automatically calculated, and you can pay the bill through that web application. And we are preferring web applications to perform these tasks. Means what? There are so many applications are there. Yes, like we have seen Amazon, that is only for the shopping purpose, for the Facebook, so for the social networking, or any banking software like SBI or Citibank, or suppose we want to search something from the Google, and if we are using your mobile phone or laptop, means what? That is a web application, web search is there. Or various eBay application is there that can be specially useful for auctions. Some of the people, they are writing their blogs, so again that is the web applications. We are making a communication through the Gmail, or we are sharing interactive information through the Wikipedia. So all these are what? Web applications. Like in a smart grid computing, the consumers will be handled with the help of what? The whatever the energy consumption is there, which is shown, and billing is done. The consumer can pay the bill. So now web applications are there. When we are talking about the web applications, means what actually it is and what is the security issue is there. And after that, we will see how this optimization will be helpful to secure these web applications. When you see web applications, so one part of that, that is installed on your machine or on your handheld device like a laptop or on your mobile phones. Means what? This is the client application. Yes. So again, who is the service provider? Whatever the genuine third party like SBI, Flipkart, or Amazon. These are the trusted party that provide the service to the trusted users or authenticated or authorized user. When we want to try to apply optimization in a web security, before that we should know how the web application actually works. So when we are talking about the web application, so what happens? So one part, that is a client part, that is installed on your machines or on your handheld device. And actually whatever the service provider is there, so what it contains, the service provider that provide the different types of services through the cloud or through its own infrastructure. But mostly what happens, they are using clouds. When we are talking about the server side, web server side, and when we are talking about the client side, only single interface that is given to the user, and the user just click on that the different services, and he can do the so many operations on that. Okay, but actually what happens behind that, when we are doing such things, actually at the trusted party, there is a web server is there, application server is there, and database server is there. Whenever you are doing things, whenever you are opening a web applications, means initially you should be a valid user or genuine user. So what happens, whenever you are clicking on the web applications, initially it requires the credential information, means that is login and password that is associated with you. So when you are making a communication of the client side software or applications with the server side, so initially your request goes to the web server of the trusted third party. And here the web server that sees what actually the request is. So based on that, the specific application is executed by that trusted party. And here, whenever you are just opening your web applications, initially you require credential information. And here all these credential information or your profile information, or suppose we are accessing online SBI, all your balance, all your transaction information is stored in the database server. So whenever you are just make the login with your login ID, just writing a login ID, entering a login ID and password, all these credentials are verified with the help of database server. After this one, what happens? All these credentials are verified by the server and the reply goes to the application server. And here, this application server again forward your request to the web server. And this web server gives the appropriate reply to the appropriate user. So initially you are just logging into your account, and further you are doing so many operations through the different types of services, and these services are called as, in the technical term, web services are there. Now whenever you just log in into the phone pay application, that is a web application. So what you are doing, that requires some login credential. Means what? Some pattern is there or some password is there. You are just login, means your client program or client software is communicated with this server. So after that, there are so many services are there. These are what? Suppose we would like to transfer a money, or we would like to, suppose you are entering in into the state electricity board portal. So whatever the consumption, if you have to show, you just click the current month consumption, previous month consumption. So means what? You are just clicking. Means what? That means you are clicking on the web service. You want some perform operation, and behind that, that request goes to the web server, to the application server, to the database server, and your data is fetched. Actually, in this way, these web application work. So as we know that here the client side applications are there and server side applications are there. And here these web applications are composed with the help of what? The scripts are there. Means mostly that server side scripts are there and client side scripts are there. So when we are talking about the server side scripts, so these are written in the PHP and ASP. And here, what actually the server side? Our confidential information that is stored at the some trusted party towards the trusted party. And here, whatever the request or whatever the data which is stored, that is storage as well as retrieval is performed by this server side script. And whatever the web applications that is installed at the user side, that is the client side. Means what? Only that presents the information. Okay, actually your information is located at the server side. So only that specific interface is designed by the trusted party. So that gives or that allows the users to interact with the company using the some content management system or something interface is provided for that user. Okay. But when we are talking about the security, that is with respect to the web applications, then what happens whenever the communication happens, that between your client software or client side to the server side, that communication should be secure. Okay. When we want to apply the security, so what happens? Means whatever your data that is flowing from your client machine to the server machine, that should be secure. Means what? This is one of the research area, that is the secure communication. Okay. When you see, whenever you are login using the web browser for the online SBI, they are just noting that, they are just giving that the information we are using the 128B or 256-bit key for encryption and decryption. Yes, means what? They are just trusted, or we can, whenever we can see that. So whenever the security peoples are there, they are seeing that. Means what? Whatever the communication happens between your software or your application to the server, that is a trusted. Means what? That is a secure communication. Furthermore, what happens whenever there is the development is going on at towards the web applications, or whenever suppose that the specific service is to be provided through some specific type of web application, initially we have to start the development of these web applications. And what happens during the development of web applications, whatever the developers are there, what happens? They are doesn't consider the vulnerabilities which are present in that web applications. And what they are doing, just they are creating or developing the web applications and give to the that trusted party, and they are saying that you can use for the specific type of. But whenever the penetration testing happens to test the web applications, some of the vulnerabilities which are present in that web application. And what the hackers do that, whatever the vulnerabilities which are present in that web applications, so the hacker can take advantage of the vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities means the loopholes which are present in that web applications. And because of this one, the hackers are easily enters in your web applications. And mostly what happens, when you see at the server side, there is a web server, application server, and database server. Means instead of concentrating on the client side, the hackers, they can just find out the vulnerabilities at the server side. And a server side, web server is there, application server is there, and database server is there. Means he can do the attack towards the web server, he can do the attack towards the application server, or towards the database server. Means multiple options are given indirectly by this web application to the hacker. So here means whenever we are developing a web applications for a specific purpose, we should take care of, we should develop the secure web application. This is the another security aspects with respect to the web application. And furthermore is what, because of these vulnerabilities, so the hackers can create the different types of attacks toward the web applications. Okay, now let us see the, here we are mostly concentrating on the what are the different types of attacks which are directed towards the web application. Now there is a Open Web Application Security Project Agency is there, and every year they are just classifying what are the top 10 attacks which are directed towards the web applications. And the current scenario is saying that, so here whatever the web applications are there, these web applications, these are mostly suffered with the help of HTTP request smuggling attack, HTTP response splitting attack, then distributed denial of service attack, then normal denial of service attack, brute force attack, SQL injection attack, cross-site scripting attack, and CRL injection attack. Yes, so here when you see these types of attack, whenever you are accessing web applications, means what, we are using HTTP protocol. And now whenever you see, now we are in a secure mode, means we are using HTTPS services. But if you have heard the some of the news are there, ki there is a fraud happening, or there is a hacking of smart grid, or there is a hacking of some financial websites or web portals are there, these are hacked. And again we are saying that we are using secure HTTP layer or secure HTTPS. So what happens, whenever we are sending a request, or genuine user is sending a request to access his or her confidential information, initially he is sending a request. Means what, the request is going to initially from the user, and response will become from the trusted party. But what happens when we are talking about the secure communication, but in sometimes the hacker, whatever your communication happens between the client software and server side scripts, so your communication is listened by the third party. And here whatever your request is there, that is a smuggle or listened by the third party. And here hacker listen your request, and he has embedded their own code, and that will be executed, or that goes with the request and to the trusted party. That is called as what, HTTP request smuggling attack. But what happened in the HTTP response splitting attack, whenever your request is smuggled, the hacker inserts its own request in that one. And whenever your request goes to the appropriate destination or appropriate trusted third party, so here whenever that request is entering into the network, initially all these requests, incoming and outgoing traffic, which is listened by the firewall. And whenever that entry or the incoming packet to the trusted party, that assumes that in a single request there are, again means that single request is treated as two requests. And here whatever the reply will be come up, that reply, that they are generated one or more. And what happens, the hackers, they are inserting their own script, they are just writing their own code. Whenever the reply will become, the reply will be goes to the trusted user as well as to the hackers. And this is called as what, that is a response splitting attack. Again, there is a simple one attacks. You just find out the vulnerability of the any network and you just target to the specific device or specific server and you just create the denial of service attack, or you can perform the distributed denial of service attack. Or suppose we know that whenever the security comes, or with respect to the web applications, every trusted user or genuine user is identified with the help of authentication and authorization. Means what? Something that is the credential information is there and with the help of that one. But what happens? The hackers with your some confidential information with your name, your date of birth, your mobile number, or your residence area, that is PIN code. Based on that, he is making a combination for your credential information, and he will try for just to create the login and password. They will write the script, and based on that various combination, he will try to grasp what is your credential information, such as the login ID and password. That is called as what? Brute force attack. Now, whenever you see web applications, there is a database server is there. Means our confidential information which is stored at the server side, and that is with respect to the database server. And here these database server, these are mostly suffered with the help of SQL injection attack. Okay. Other one, the cross-site scripting attacks are there and CRLF injection attack is there. So for that, what happens whenever whatever your network is there? So here, suppose that at the right hand side, your web application is there. You are just sending a request that goes to the appropriate destination through the internet. And here, what happens? Whatever your request is goes to the initially nearmost router of the destination network. After that, the firewall is there. And further, we would like to provide the extra security layer for the detection of such attack. What we are doing, many researcher or many organizations, they are using intrusion detection system. Okay. So here, and after that, your grid computing network is there, or your IoT network is there, or any specific type of software defined network is there. So all these network is here at the left hand side. So what happens? Just the hacker find out the vulnerabilities, your whatever the request is there coming towards the router. After that goes to the firewall. The firewall, what it checks? It is a rule-based system. As we know that many of us aware about the firewall. Firewall is the rule-based systems. And what happens? Some of the rules, default rules are there, as well as the network system administrator of your organization. By analyzing the incoming traffic and outgoing traffic, he will add different types of rules for the future use, or they can just add the rules and they can just use for the security purpose. But what happens if suppose that any malicious request which is coming towards your web application, or any towards that is directed towards your network? What happens? Suppose that the new vulnerabilities or the new malicious request is coming, and suppose that the rule of that detection of that malicious request is not present in your firewall, then what happens? Whatever the traditional rules are there, these are applied, but whatever the pattern which is present inside that malicious request is the new one. And here what happens? So whatever your rules will be applied, that rules doesn't work, and that malicious request that easily enters into your network. And what happens? Then the malicious activities are performed by the hacker. Therefore, what we are doing, many organization or researcher, they are proposing intrusion detection system. Intrusion means what? The malicious activities which is performed by the hacker. And this is in the terms of what? Attack. Or we can say that that is the attack detection system broadly. Yes, when we are talking about the intrusion detection system, so there are different types of intrusion detection systems are there. Suppose I would like to just secure my single system. So at that time, I will just try to cover that system. That is called as what? Host-based intrusion detection system. But when we are talking about the smart city network or IoT network, or any organization network, in that so many networking devices are there. Means your web server is there, your application server is there, or other database servers are there. So many servers are there. Here, when we are talking about to implement, so when we would like to cover all the network components or the devices which we would like to cover or secure, at that time we are preferring that IDS. And these IDS which provides the protection or extra security layer to your network. And this IDS is called as NIDS. That is called as Network Intrusion Detection System. Yes, but why we are adding extra layer here? We would like to provide the extra security to secure my own network. That network may be a IoT network, that may be a software defined network, smart grid computing network, whatever is there. So when we will try to develop the intrusion detection system, initially the researcher has proceeded with the help of rule-based system like firewall. As we know that in the firewall, there are different rules are there. Okay. The similar way, the whatever the malicious information is there, that is inserted by the hacker, and here the communication happens within the network. This is with the help of what? The TCP/IP model. And TCP/IP model, which consists of physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and then application layer. Right. So here means the communication happens through the different types of just packetizing. Means just whatever your data is there, that is split up into the packets, and these packets communication happens over the internet. Means hackers are inserting their own vulnerability inside that packet. Means some signature is there or some specific pattern is there. Based on analyzing the network traffic, and just we would like to extract the different network traffic features which are present in that packet, and just we would like to find out the pattern or the signature inside that for the malicious request, and we can develop the misuse intrusion detection system. Misuse means what? That is a rule base, that is somehow equivalent to the firewall. Like, as you have heard the name of Snort, that Snort is very famous intrusion detection system. That is the rule based system is there, and so many organizations they are preferring to use the Snort intrusion detection system because of what? That you can, that is a openly available, therefore you can install it. Whatever the default rules are there, we can use it, and whenever the we would like to add new rules, you can add it and you can customize this and you can use to secure your network. That is the second one. That is the first one, sorry. The second one is what? Anomaly based intrusion detection system. Anomaly means what? Suppose that in your organization someone is entering. Means suppose your office is there, that some software company is there. Means what? Initially everybody is wearing the RFID tag. So initially what happens? Just they are clicking toward the reader and they are entering. So whatever your identification, whatever your credential information, whatever that is shared with the server, and you are entering into this one. But suppose any malicious user, he wish to enter in your organization, at that time, whenever the normal person is there and malicious user is there, so whatever their behavior is there, the behaviors are different. Okay. And what happens? Here, the anomaly-based systems that creates the behavior profile based on the learning data, and they are creating the profile. And whenever the new traffic which is entering in your network, so that creates the profile for the new incoming traffic, and just comparing that old profile traffic with the new profile traffic and just making a decision. That is called as what? Anomaly intrusion detection system. So what happens when we are talking about the signature based or rule based or anomaly based intrusion detection system? So what happens? The mostly the users they are preferring anomaly based intrusion detection system. So here, when we would like to try to develop the anomaly based intrusion detection system, so the main drawback of the signature based intrusion detection system is what? The rules are present here, And these rules which are present here, these are traditional rules. And whatever the new malicious traffic which is coming towards the network and the new pattern which are inserted by the hackers, these are not present in that rules. And therefore, only known attacks are means detected well by the misuse intrusion detection system. And therefore, here the anomaly intrusion detection systems, these are preferred for the detection of different types of novel attacks or new attacks. But when we are trying to develop the anomaly based intrusion detection system, now this digital era, everybody wants the smart system. Smart system means what? In the terms of what? Intelligent systems to be needed. Okay. So intelligent means what? Now the technology with us, and just we take the advantage of these technologies and we will try to develop the intelligent system. So now so many researchers, they have proposed for the intelligent intrusion detection system with the help of AI and machine learning. Yes. So just here, what we will do, try to implement the intelligent intrusion detection system here for the detection of or to secure the web application. Now, as we know that so many attacks which are directed towards the web applications. What are these attacks? As we know that DOS is there, denial of service, or distributed denial of service attack is there, brute force is there, or any other SQL injection attack is there, that is come under to the web attacks. But here, when you see the behavior of the hackers, so these denial of service attacks happens at the network layer, transport level, as well as at application level. Okay, suppose the hacker wish to just create the attacks toward the network layer and transport level, means in the network layer and transport layer, so many protocols are present here. Like in the transport level, TCP and UDP is there. So here, what the hackers are doing, they are using different types of tools, or they can write their scripts, and these scripts or these tools within a short span of time, they will create the different types of attack. And these tools, these are ready-made available to the hacker, and they can use it to create the different types of attack. So the hacker uses HPing tool is there that creates the denial of service attack towards the web applications at the network, at the transport level. Means they are using ICMP flood at the network level, and at the transport level, they are creating the denial of service attack with the help of TCP flood and UDP flood. Yes, again, there are some of the denial of service attacks. Now, when we are talking about the web applications, means we are using browser, means we are using the services of HTTP protocol. Again, the hackers are very intelligently, they are now doing the denial of service attacks towards the web application through the or at the level of web application or application layer. So they are using slow LORIS, slow HTTP, test, hull, and GoldenEye tool. So means what? They are again insecuring our application level. So after that, again, what happens in the denial of service attacks? The hackers are doing the malicious traffic towards the targeted device or targeted server through the single IP. But what happens now? They are changing the IP. Therefore, the firewall or whatever your system that assumes that the traffic is coming from the different sources, or we can say that they create the different types of bots are there. Yes. So now the new types of vulnerabilities they are creating, that is called as reflected and exploited based denial of service attack. So they are using HOIC, that is high orbit iron cannon tool, or they are using low orbit iron cannon tool. But initially what happens, whenever the denial of service attack happens, only single vulnerability is used. Means only TCP protocol is used, or the vulnerability of TCP protocol is used, UDP protocol is used, or the HTTP vulnerability is used. But now the hackers are now they are adding two or more vulnerability to perform the denial of service attack. And here they are uses HTTP, and this HTTP will be combined with the TCP or UDP or both TCP as well as UDP. Means what? They are inserting so many vulnerabilities in a single malicious request. That happens in the current scenario, and such type of denial of service attacks are called as reflected and exploited based DDoS attacks. Now, the other one is what? The as we well known brute force attack is there. Brute force means what? Whatever your credentials are there, by taking so many combinations, they are creating the so many combination that is based on your confidential data, that is with us, that is with hacker, and that can perform the different types of brute force attack, and that can be done with the help of password crash cracking tool, or hash pump is there, hashcat is there, nmap is there, metasploit is there. With the help of what, they are creating the brute force attack. Or again, there is a again open source tool webgoat is there, and this webgoat tool that is specifically used to create the different types of attack at the application level, and that are directed towards the web attacks. Okay, so now what happens when we are trying to just propose some intelligent intrusion detection system? So what is the task of the researcher is what? The initially we have to just go through the all these tools, and just we would like to find out what actually the behavior of attack. Suppose we would like to propose a system for specific type of novel attack. Then we should know, before proposing some system, we should know what actually the behavior is, what actually the malicious request is, which type of protocol is used, which type of vulnerability is present inside that. That is very much important for us. But what happens? There are so many research institutes are there. They are creating a simulated dataset, or we can call as benchmark dataset for the research purpose. Like there is a University of California that initially came up with the KDD dataset in 1999, and that consists of U2R, R2L, probe, and DOS attack. Because of what happens? Due to limited resources in our organization, we can't do the different types of attack by using these tools. But the researcher would like to propose some system, and what happens? Due to limitation of the resources in that organization, because of the some specific requirement of the device, or there is a firewall, already some secure environment is there, therefore we could not execute such type of attacks. Therefore, whenever we would like to try to propose some system, at that time we will try, or whatever the framework we are proposing, we should test on the benchmark data set. Like the Canadian Institute for Cybersecurity is there. They have created so many intrusion detection data sets, and which are openly available for the researchers, or for any students, or any organization, they can use it for the proposing some security system. So there is again, whatever the previous KDD dataset is there, again that refined by the Canadian Institute for Cybersecurity, and they have come up with the NSL KDD dataset. As we know that whenever the traffic, or the incoming traffic or outgoing traffic is going, so different types of network attributes or traffic features are there, network traffic features are there. So initially, whenever there is a evolution of first dataset, it consists of 41 features. Or after that, whatever the old data set, that is a well-known data set, is refined by the Canadian Institute for Cybersecurity, and they came up with the new compact data set with 41 features with the same attacks that are present in the KDD. Again, they came up in the 2015, they came up with the, because of what, hackers are doing their job very intelligently, and they are coming with new attacks. So further, the Canadian Institute for Cybersecurity, they came up with the new data set that consists of fuzzers, analysis, backdoor, DOS attack, exploit, shellcode, and worms. Further, they came up in the 2017 with the help of new types of attack like brute force, DOS, DDoS, botnet, and web attacks. Further, they come up with the addition of new network traffic features, and here you see in the 2018 they have added two more network traffic feature in the capturing the traffic. during the simulation. Means what? 82, 82. Yes. Further, they will come up with the new types of attack as we discuss reflected and exploited DDoS attacks with 82 feature. Means when you see the development of the network traffic that is simulated with the help of different tools, here the number of features they are increasing day by day. Okay, when there are so many network traffic features are there, means in that cyberspace we are creating a big data in the cyberspace. Means initially 41 features are there, in the current era 82 features, maybe in the future there are 700 or 800. When you see, when we would like to work in the malware detection, so when we would like to capture the network traffic with respect to the malware attacks, at that time so many researchers they have proposed 770 features are required to detect these malware attacks. Means what? We would increasing the number of network traffic feature for analysis. Means what? The big data which is created by the hackers by just inserting the different types of pattern inside that packet. Okay, so this is the actually the big data concept in the cyberspace, or we can say that in the cyber security. Yes, then the problem is that when we would like to apply these security mechanisms on these benchmark data set, and when we are trying to just develop the intelligent intrusion detection system, what we are doing, we are preferring the machine learning. Why? Because of what? Machine learning is the latest technology, and therefore everybody is looking for what? Intelligent. They are using AI, machine learning, deep learning, ANN, something blah blah blah. Yes, it is definitely because of what? This is the buzzword here that gives us so many working opportunity, or we can say that these technologies are very much powerful. These are old, but now the use is in this current era that is increasing. Therefore so many people they are working with machine learning or using deep learning or AI techniques are there. When you see the dataset description, or whenever the network traffic features which are captured by the researcher, so they are saying that so many traffic features are important for the detection of such type of attacks. So when we would like to apply various machine learning algorithms are there, and here the machine learning provides the different types of algorithm. More than 700 algorithms are present. So when we are talking about the machine learning, why machine learning is very much popular? So it includes the different types of classifiers are there, and different types of feature selection methods are there. Yes, when we are talking about the machine learning, so here the one set is there that includes the feature selection. Feature selection methods are there. When you try to just capture the overview of feature selection methods which are provided by the machine learning, in that there are different types of feature selection methods, and these feature selection methods, these are classified into the filter method, wrapper method, embedded method, and now the new class which is coming, that is called as evolutionary feature selection method. There are so many feature selection methods are there, like filter based feature selection methods. Means what? Some mathematical model is there, and this mathematical model, with the help of this mathematical model, so the score is generated for that different types of features. Like in the KDD there are 41 features are there, in NSL KDD 41 features are there, and in other datasets 82 features are there. Means for these different network attributes, they are creating the score based on some mathematical models are there. So here the machine learning provides the set of filter based feature selection techniques, in that information gain is there, gain ratio is there, correlation is there, chi-square is there, relief F algorithm is there. So all these feature selection algorithms, these are easily available, and these are totally based on some mathematical model, and that will give the score for the your whatever the attributes or the features which are present in your data set. Okay. But when we would like to apply the different types of feature selection methods, so there are so many available methods are there. Again, the next one set is called as wrapper. Wrapper means what? There are feature selection methods. These are work or that can operates with the help of classifier. But again, when you see the classifiers that are exist in the machine learning, there are so many machine learning classifiers are there. Again, when we would like to apply the wrapper feature selection techniques, at that time we should select the appropriate machine learning classifier. And this is a very tedious task, which classifier I may be select to for that specific wrapper technique. So in that, there are so many techniques are there that include the CFS is there, that is correlation based feature selection technique is there, and consistency based feature selection techniques are there. But for that they are wrong. But what happens whenever you are applying the filter based feature selection methods, these feature these filter based feature selection methods, these are operated based on the mathematical model, and therefore what happens, these mathematical models that is associated with the some logic, and the results are within a short span of time. But when we are applying the wrapper based feature selection techniques, that techniques that based on your selected classifier, and that takes more time, and there is a no guarantee of service, means your feature subset that provides some feature subset from the original set, and that is no guarantee, and that requires more time. But what we have to do for the intrusion detections, we need whatever the malicious traffic is there or attacks are there, they should, or we should develop the system in a such a way that there is a early attack detection system should be there. But when if you are taking a more time for the feature selection or optimization, then what is the use of this feature selection method? So therefore wrapper techniques are not used by the researcher. The next one is the embedded class, or there is a suite of embedded feature selection method. In that method means these are broadly called as a hybrid methods. Hybrid methods means what? That is the combination of filter based methods and wrapper methods. And the new class now coming, or it is already came in the market for the machine learning, it is called as evolutionary methods. Means genetic algorithm is there, particle swarm optimization is there. So all these feature selection methods, again, whenever we would like to apply the genetic algorithm for the feature selection or particle swarm optimization, for that we have to select the classifier. And here the user are in a confusion mode, which classifier I would like to be select for the appropriate feature selection. Okay, so now this is regarding about the feature selection, and because of this one, all these different suite of feature selection methods is available in the machine learning, and therefore the researcher or the peoples, they are mostly concentrating on the machine learning. The other way is what? Whenever we want to try to develop the intelligent intrusion detection system for the specific task, anything for prediction, for just detection, so we are what we are doing, we are using machine learning classifier. So when we are talking about the machine learning classifiers, so in that there is a suite of rule based classifier, tree based classifier, base classifier, functions or meta classifiers are there. Like rule based classifiers means these are the part, 1R algorithm is there, 0R decision JREP is there. So all these are rule based classifier. Then the other class is there, tree based classifiers are there. There is the existence of J48, random tree, random forest, REAP tree, decision stump. These are all are the example of the tree based classifier. Again, there is a Navy base is there, BaseNet is there, that comes under the BaseNet, that is in the suite of base. The next one is what? Again, when you see there are so many classifiers are there, and now the researcher they are using logistic regression for the prediction and multi-layer perceptron for prediction, perception, and for the detection. These algorithms are called as functions algorithm. And again, now the whenever there is a use of machine learning is increases, now the ensemble classifiers are came up. And here these ensemble classifiers are built by the researcher with the help of they are using bagging, boosting, voting, stacking. And here some of the algorithms which are called as a meta classifier or ensemble classifier like random forest, AdaBoost, bagging or voting. These classifiers are there. These are ensemble classifiers. They are again present in the machine learning. So because of that, the variety of classifiers and variety of feature selection methods are there. And therefore, these feature selection methods are useful for the optimization. So whenever suppose that we would like to detect such type of attacks, here we are mostly concentrating on the web application attack. Web applications means what? The security aspect of that one. As we know that there is a web server, application server, database server. Means the hacker having a greater probability to perform the different types of attack towards the different types of servers. Means SQL injection attacks happens toward the database server, cross-site scripting attack happens at the web server side or the application server side, or there may be a possibility of the brute force attack. Yes. So SQL injection attack means what? Whatever the trusted third parties are there, they are using SQL database. And here the attacker can create the string of SQL commands and that use it to force the database to reply the information. Means your confidential information is present on the database server and hackers are trying to create the string of SQL commands and they are capturing your confidential information through the injection. Then the cross-site scripting attack is there. Means what? The web applications are developed by the developers, and when the developer does not test their code properly to find the possibility of the script injection. So because of that one, the script is executed at their appropriate side and you are just entering your confidential information. Means that script is executed, the interface is shown to you. You see that whatever the interface is there, that is the same as that of the genuine website, and you are entering your credential information. That is the one of the cross-site scripting attack. The other one is what? Brute force. Means what? Your credential information he is trying to judge. Means that can tries a list of passwords to find the administrator or user password. Yes, better way. If the hacker try to just find out the password and login information of the user, better way he will tries to find out the whatever the administrator is there, all these information is shown to the administrator or privilege to access to the administrator, therefore they will concentrate toward the network administrator. Okay, for the sake of experimentation purpose, what we will do, just we will take the benchmark data set from the CIC IDS 2017 dataset. So how optimization plays very important role in the attack detection. So from that we will take, when you see the CIC IDS 2017 datasets which consist of 80 features, means the number of features are greater as compared to the KDD, NSL KDD, UNSW, NB15. Yeah, okay. Why we are selecting these data set? Because of what? The web attacks, which are latest types of web attacks, which are present in that inside that 2017 dataset. When you see the KDD, NSL KDD, so whatever the some of the attacks which are directed towards the web application, these are present here, but new type of like SQL injection, brute force, these are not present in the old. Therefore, what we are doing, we are using preferring that 2017 dataset. But when you just try to apply the machine learning classifiers on that, whenever there is an increase in the number of features, suppose whatever the data set or whatever the network traffic with the 41 features, if I apply the machine learning classifiers, the model will build within a short span of time because of what? The less number of features, that is 41. But when I would like to apply the machine learning classifier for these 80 features, with these 80 features, what happens? The obviously model time will be increases. Yes, means what? The detection time is again increases. Then how to that handle all these big data in a cyber security? That is the TDS task. Means what we have to do? Whatever all these 80 features are there, really all these 80 features are important for the detection of web attack. Yes or no? Means what? We have to perform the feature selection. Feature selection means what? Just from that original feature subset of 80 features, we want to extract, or we have to select some feature that are very much important for the web attack detection. And therefore what happens? Therefore your machine learning model built within a short span of time, and early detection you can do for the different types of attack. But when we are talking about this one, means that gives observation to us that when there are so many network traffic attributes are there, means some of the attributes are there are very much related for the attack detection, and some of the attributes that are not related to the attack detection. Means that observe that when we are capturing a data into the cyberspace or over the network, means whatever the network traffic features we are capturing a data through that traffic feature, means some of the features are important and some of the features are noisy. Means broadly we can say that whatever the captured network traffic, that is the noise is present inside that traffic. And noise means what? In the terms of what? Noisy features and important features. Let us see. Means what? We are reducing the number of features, or we are handling a big data. So for that what? We need optimization. But here the concept of optimization is different. That is called as in the terms of feature reduction. Means from the original feature subset 80 feature, that includes 80 features, we have to select some feature or reduce to some appropriate number. That number should be small as compared to the original feature subset. Means the feature reduction is the way to optimize here to develop the intelligent intrusion detection. Okay, for the sake of experimentation purpose, how the optimization is useful in the cyber security for the web attack detection, we will see. So for that, what we will do, whatever the feature selection methods are there, that is provided by the machine learning, so we will use for the optimization purpose here. So for the sake of experimentation purpose, we will take a web attack evaluation dataset from the CIC IDS 2017. So when you just download that dataset, that includes 80 features are there, and here which includes brute force attack, SQL injection attack, cross-site scripting attack, and total number of instances are more than 1,70,000 are there. Okay, means what? This is label data. Means this is a just we are applying the supervised learning algorithm for just to do the optimization. Optimization means what? Just from 80 features, we have to select some reduced feature set in a such a way that are very much important. If we are removing the noise from that feature subset, means any general system noise is there. If we are removing the noise, the system should be perform well. Means if the noise is present in the system, means that the whatever the presence of noise, that reduces the performance. What is the drawback of noise? That reduces the performance of system. Here we are talking about the intrusion detection system. Means so many features are there, some of the features are noisy, means your performance of machine learning classifiers obviously decreases. But when we are performing the optimization in the terms of feature reduction, means you are removing noise, means after the optimization in the terms of feature reduction, your system improved the performance. Okay, so for the sake of experimentation purpose, what we will do, we will use the machine learning through the Weka tool. So Weka is the open source tools which is available, and this Weka tool is provided by the Wekateko Environment for the Knowledge Analysis by the University of Wekateko from the New Zealand. So this is the open source tools. For the sake of experimentation, we are using here. Okay. So why? Because of what? Whatever the data set is there, we will just give the input. Okay. Just where is the location of your data set? You just go to that location. Okay. So here the data set is present here. Okay. When you see the data set, so here, this is the data set that is in the CSV format. Just we will check what is the content of data set. As we know that when you just download that data set, the whatever the data set is there, again that data set consists of noise. As we know that means what? To when we try to apply the machine learning classifiers on the real-time network captured network traffic or any benchmark data set, so noise is present, therefore we could not apply the machine learning classifier directly on that captured traffic because of what? Noise is present. Noise means what? There are some of the redundant features are there, and these redundant features are doesn't useful for the some prediction or some detection process. So initially, whatever the redundant features are there, we should remove. Like means in that source IP is there, destination IP is there, or timestamp is there. So all these features we have removed. Okay. So obviously, when we are talking about the data set, so these are the, if you see the left hand side of this one, so these are the different network traffic features are there, and here totally 78. And finally, the one label is there, that is the label is there. Label means what? Our data is supervised, which consists of benign records, means normal records are there, brute force attack records are there, SQL injection is there, and cross site safety. Right. So here actually 80 features are there. We are excluding the label, means 77 plus 3 that are redundant features like timestamp, source IP, destination IP. But that bypass the system, therefore we have eliminated. Means resultantly only 77 features are there. So why the Weka is very much powerful? Because of what? That shows all this one. Means suppose we would like to just show what is the range of what are the different types of feature you see here: destination port, flow duration, whatever the flow bytes. So all these are network traffic features are there. Suppose we would like to see what actually the range for the specific type of this one, which destination port is used by the hacker. So that gives the tentative idea to you what is the range, that is the starting range and ending range. Okay. And again, there are so many visualization methods are available, so you can just for just finding the outliers in your data set. So the Weka is very useful. So now, as we know that just we have taken this one, as we know that why this tool is very much useful, because of what? That consists of the machine learning capabilities. Means what? It consists of different types of feature selection methods. So these here, that tab is there, here different classifiers are there. If we would like to apply the clustering techniques, the clustering mechanisms are there, different types of associates classifiers are there, then here different types of feature selection methods are there. So defaultly, whenever you are installing that software, Weka software, initially there are some of the default feature selection methods, these are present here. As per your needs, whenever you just go through the different types of feature selection method, just you add it, you customize it, and you can use it. Okay. So here means because of that different types of classifiers are there. So here just I'm clicking on the tab of classifiers. So here so many different classifiers are there, which is provided by the Weka. So here you see different types of classifiers, that is the suite of base, functions, lazy, meta, miscellaneous, rule based, tree based. If you just click on that one, tree, so decision stump, hopping tree, J48, LMT, random forest, random tree, rift tree is there. Okay, that is the tree based classifier. Here rule based classifiers are there, like decision. So if you are clicking, just you go to the how this algorithm works, all the information is provided here. Okay, so rule base means what? Rules are generated with the help of decision table, JRIP, 1R, part R, 0R. Okay, like some Bayes classifiers are there, BayesNet, Navy Bayes, all these are present here. Or meta classifiers, all these classifiers, sorting, stacking, okay, boosting, logic boost, all these algorithms are present. Means variety of algorithms are there, and we can select the best one that is useful for the prediction as well as detection. Okay. Now suppose that for the sake of experimentation, what we will do, if I will select all these features, and suppose that from the how to select the algorithm, that is the main task. Suppose for the sake of experimentation purpose, what we will do, we will apply, we will select any one algorithm from the rule based classifier, and just we will apply it. Suppose that I will select randomly select 1R. Now how the machine learning works, that works with the help of training model and testing model. Okay, some of the people, they are perform the experimentation, they are taking a 70% data for training, 30% data for the testing. Or some of the people, they are doing 80% data for the training, 20% data for the testing. But there is the another method is there, that is called as cross-fold validation method. Okay, means k-fold cross validation method. Means your data set is there, that is divided into the different types of folds. And here I am using, means uh, the 10 fold is there, means that is called as k fold cross validation method. So I am putting the value of k is 10. Because of what? The researcher has proved that whenever you are performing the experimentation, so the k is equal to 10 is the best value for the experimentation purpose. Therefore, we are using 10-fold cross validation here. What happens in the cross-fold validation method? Whatever your data set is there, if I am using k as a 10, our data set is divided into the 10-fold. Out of that, means your testing is happen for the 10 folds, means 10 iteration. In that, when the first iteration occurs, the first fold of your data set is used for the testing, and remaining 9 folds are used for training. That is, and the performance is calculated. In the second iteration, the second fold is used for the testing, and remaining other folds, they are used for the training. In the third iteration, the third fold is used for the testing, and remaining other folds, they are used for the training. And in this way, that iteration occurs for the 10 times, and average results are come up. This is the another method that is called as 10-fold cross validation. So what we will do for the detection of attacks, when you see our labels are there, we have to classify whatever the records are there, we have to classify in the efficient manner. So what we will do, just we will sake of experimentation purpose, we will apply 1R algorithm from the rule based system using 10-fold cross validation, and we will apply in against the label. Label means what? We have to perform the attack detection. We will select here, and we will start the algorithm. Means what? Based on these 77 feature, here ju just the rules are created. So here 1R algorithm means single rule is generated. This is with the help of what? This one. Some values, some coming. Here your model is built in the 4.18 seconds. And here now 10 fold are there. Now the fifth fold is going on. You see here. Here model building for seventh fold. Okay. Then your eighth fold is going on. Then after the completion of this one is the ninth fold. Yes, here ninth fold is there. Yes, then 10th. And after this one, what? Detection is happening, and the result will become. If I select all these 77 features and I apply the machine learning model, I am randomly selected here. That takes how much time? 4.18. And here the accuracy which is provided by that classifier, that is 1R, is 99.194. So this is what performance. Okay, but here what happens, I am selecting all features here. Okay, suppose we would like to find out which algorithm is the best for the detection of such type of attacks. So what we will do, as we know that the tree-based classifiers, these are more powerful. Therefore, what we will do, just for the sake of experimentation purpose, we will take J48. So in the J48, random forest is there and J48 algorithm is there. As we know that the random forest is the ensemble classifier and it takes more time to build a model, and therefore uh, accuracy, or when you see the performance of the random forest is excellent, but that takes more time. But because of the constraint of the time, what we will do, instead of that, we will prefer J48 classifier. Okay. And after that, we will use the tenfold cross validation methods to build the model and test the model across the attack detection label, and we will start it. Okay. So now the model built up has been in a process with the help of these 77 features. Okay. Previously, 1 hour algorithm is there that takes very small time. But here, if you would like to apply other algorithms, and if we are selecting all these features, you will see how much time is required here. Okay. If the model built up time is given 56.31 seconds. Okay. And we are performing tenfold cross validation, means how much time is required or calculated for the detection of web attacks. That is 51.61 into 10. That much time is required for the detection. Yes. Now you see what is the accuracy? 99.6196. Okay. If you see 1 hour algorithm that build the model within smart, a short span of time, 4.1 second, but accuracy is 99.19 and incorrectly classification rate is 0.8. But when we try to apply tree-based classifier, at that time, the accuracy is high as compared to the 1 hour, that is 99.6196. Okay. And the incorrectly classification rate is 0.38. Means what? But the tree-based classifier, which provides the highest accuracy or higher accuracy compared to the 1 hour, but that requires more time. Because of what? We have selected all these 77 features. Means we don't know whatever the features that is present in that original feature subset, these are really important for the classification of these attacks. So what we have to do? We have to select only important feature, means we have to perform the optimization. Okay. Optimization means what? As we know that noisy feature we have to remove. If we are removing the noise, the performance should be improved. So for that purpose, what we will do, we will propose some optimization model in the terms of feature selection method. As we know that different feature selection methods are available. So what we will do, we will take a data set, means captured network traffic, means we are giving a benchmark data set. Just we will do the pre-processing. Pre-processing means what? Duplicate features, repeated features, or some null values which are present in the data set, infinity value present in the data set, we will remove it. Then we will get the compact data set. Matlab, in our data set, 80 features are there. Whatever the repeated feature, redundant features we have removed, that goes to the 77 feature. Again, some nan value are there, blank values are there, NA values are there, we have pre-processed here. Further, we got compact data set of 77 feature. Further, what we will do, as we know that filter-based feature selection methods are more powerful because of what? They are depends on mathematical model. So what we will do, from that, we will take information gain ratio, correlation, chi-square, relief F method, and we will apply. So what we will do for the here now, the data set is given to here. After that, we will select. First one method is information gain. So here, information gain is there. Information gain means what? Whatever the features which are present here in your data set, that every feature captures or that carries how much information, means how much maximum information. That is called as what? In the terms of what? Entropy. Just we will select here, the search method is ranker, means the features. Now this feature selection method that gives the score for each feature, means for 77 features they provide the score based on what? The entropy concept, means that feature carries how much information. Means all the calculation has done, after that we are just pairing with the ranker. Ranker means what? The feature which is the highest score that comes to the serial number one, means rank one is given, and the descending order, so that will be displayed. So we are using ranker. So we are using full data set. Just for that attack, we will just different 77 features are there. How much information is carried by that feature, 77 feature with the information gain, we will see. We will apply the information gain feature selection method with ranker. We will start the algorithm here. Now, automatically the information gain attribute evaluation method is applied on your data set. So here, evaluation node, evaluate on training data. I have given all the data. Furthermore, that information gain is the mathematical model that gives the result very short time. So you see here. Now here, the 67 feature number that carries the score, or that produces the score 0.08 something, right? Means 67 feature number that carries more information. Okay. Now, if you see the information gain for the different features, so this is your feature number. This is the score calculated and the name of the feature. The number means what? Here this is 28 number, 29 number. Okay. So here, after the application of this one, that is the descending order for every attributes, the score is calculated. But if you see the score here, these feature that associated with the score 0 means what it indicates. Yes, guys. If the score of these features by the information gain is 0, means what it indicates? Yes, guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir. These are irrelevant features.
Yes, means like based on this mathematical model, we can observe there are some of the features, something 10 to 12 are there. They are associated with the score 0. Means these are totally noisy features. Okay. In the similar way, what we will do? We will apply the next algorithm, that is a correlation, Pearson's correlation algorithm. Okay. Now again, that is the based on the mathematical model. We will apply with the ranker. Again, we will click it. Okay. Now, mathematical model is there. That is very fast. So here, now see here again 67 number here. This is the output for our information gain. This is output for your correlation. So now you see here in the descending order again 67 number feature first, second 47 number, 66 something something blah blah. The score is there. Now again there is a list of the feature that associated with the value 0, means again these are noisy features. But when you see the information gain that provides the 0 score for maximum features, but correlation that provides some of the features, means whatever the features which are identified as a noisy feature by the correlation, that is totally present in that, means again there is a total guarantee of noisy feature. Okay. In this fashion, we have applied information gain. If you see the information gain that ranges from 0 to maximum 0.08, means 0 to 1. Again, correlation here again in the range of 0 to 0.25, means maximum is 1. Further, we will apply the other algorithm, feature selection algorithm. Here we will take gain ratio. Gain ratio means what? That is the extended version of information gain. Whenever data set is balanced, at that time the operation will be imbalanced by the information gain. Therefore, the gain ratio is there. Gain ratio again with the ranker, we will select it and we will apply it. Again, we will see what happens. Now, again, gain ratio is the extended version of the information gain. As information gain lies between 0 to 1, in the similar fashion, again, the score which is obtained by the gain ratio, again, that is lies between 0 to 1. Here, you see. Now, this is our information gain correlation. Here, gain ratio. Again, that shows some of the features that are associated with the value 0, means obviously these features are noisy feature. Again, but here, the maximum score is 0.06. If you see the maximum score by information gain is 0.8, 0.08. Correlation ka, if you see 0.25, gain ratio, that is again something 0.6. Okay. Now, for the sake of experimentation purpose, what we will do, we will apply chi-square method. Okay. That is chi-square method is there. Chi-square attribute evaluation is there. We will apply it with ranker against label. We will see that. Okay. So when chi-square is applied, that evaluates the worth of attribute, means the score is obtained by computing the values of chi-square statistics. Some statistics here and with respect to the class. Okay. Now you see, as we know that the chi-square value is something 14813.688. What? That based on that chi-square statistics. But when you see information gain correlation gain ratio, at that time the value ranges from 0 to 1, but chi-square is different than that. Okay. So now here again there are some ranked features are there. Again 67 is the top one, not an issue. Again there are some of the features are there. They give the value J. Okay, means as these feature selection technique that says that from the original feature subset, some of the 10 to 15% features are noisy. Okay, means we can use this filter based feature selection, individual feature selection method for the optimization in the terms of feature reduction. Means we can remove it, apply the J48 classifier. Obviously model built up time will be minimum, accuracy is slightly increases, and you will get the better performance. Okay, now what we will do here, we will propose one model here. That is what we will do. 1 minute. We will propose one model. In that, what we will do, data set is with us. Now we will apply information gain ratio correlation and chi-square. Okay, relief F is the method that is based on the mathematical model, but that takes more time. Therefore, already we have applied information gain ratio correlation chi-square. But here, if you see the output of this information gain ratio correlation that ranges from 0 to 1, again chi-square and relief F, these are different values. So what we will do, so there is a one method, you can just make the empirical analysis. The top 10 features of the ranked features of IG are very good. Then top 20, you check, 30, 40, you check. And after that, you can say that top 10 ranked feature of IG are best. This is the rank based empirical analysis we can perform. But so many people, they have used it. But what is our novelty? Instead of ranked feature, what we will do, suppose anybody has asked how many peoples in your class they are best. We are saying that broadly 10 to 20% peoples are very excellent. Okay, in your organization or something in the with respect to the performance of the employee. So similar way, what we have done, what we will do, we will select top 15% feature from all these feature selection methods. Why top 15%? Because we have performed the analysis 10, 5%, 10%, 15%. Percent means what? With respect to your total feature number. So total feature numbers are 77. Out of that, top ranked 15% means 12 features are there. Something 12 point something is there, but lower limit we will consider and 12 features will be come up. After that, what we will do, if you see the here the PPTs, so IG top ranked 15% feature means 12 feature. If you see, I will select here IG is there, top ranked 12 features are there, means which include feature number 67, 25, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one means 67, 25, 30, 37, 35 something. So you see here up to 20. Okay, that is top ranked 12 feature, 15% features I have selected. The similar way, what I have done from the correlation algorithm, again I am selecting top ranked 12 features. Sorry, top ranked 12 features means what? Top ranked 15% features. So means what? Up to that goes to the 67 to something 48. So these 12 feature I will be selecting with minimum feature. Okay. Further, in the similar way, I have selected the top rank or 12 feature or top ranked 15% feature for GR, similarly CR and Relivia. Okay. So what I have done from the original feature subset, I have performed the empirical analysis and I found that when I have applied the all features, selected all features, so whatever these features, they are not providing very good accuracy, but they are nearmost to the that all feature accuracy. Then what we have done after that, just a minute. After that, what I have done, after that, we know that these are the ranked features. Okay. When I would like to apply some method, so here I have applied the frequency occurrence subset method. Means without considering the rank of feature, if frequency of the feature, we have to test the frequency of the feature. Suppose that some here you see 67 number feature that is present in the first subset, second subset, third subset, fourth subset, but it is absent in the last one. Okay, means what? As by observation, we know that 67 number feature that gives the first rank to all these individual feature selection methods. So what we will do, we will apply frequency occurrence subset method. Means what? If the feature without considering the rank, if it is present at least in one subset out of these 5 subset, we are taking into the FOS1, frequency occurrence subset. FOS stands for frequency occurrence subset. If the feature that occurred at least at one time in any one of the feature subset, we are taking into the FOS1. Okay. After that, FOS2 is created in similar manner, means the feature that present at least in 2 subset, we are taking into the FOS2 subset. If the feature that present at least in 3, that takens into the FOS3 subset. Again, what we have done, the feature that at least present in 4 subset, that we have taken in the FOS4. And FOS5 means what? The feature that present in all subset, that goes to the FOS5. The simple mathematical logic we have applied. So what happened when without considering the rank, just if we see the observation, if we apply the frequency occurring of these features in the different subset, and if I applied that strategy in that, so that is gives the another feature subset. Means if I apply these techniques, so we will get FOS1. FOS1 means what? At least present in one subset. Means what? This is nothing but union. FOS2 that obtains 16 feature. Means the feature that at least present in 2 subset, any 2 subset. 3 means at least FOS3 means the feature that occurred in at least in 3 subset, that comes into the FOS3. So we obtain 6 feature. FOS4 at least in 4 subset, we got 2 features are there only. Okay, and FOS5 means that should present in all subset, but that doesn't got any. Means FOS1 is the union, FOS5 is the intersection. Okay, now we got all these feature subset. What is the main intention? We have to make the reduction, means optimization in the number of features from 77 to some smallest number, that is reducible number, that is called as optimization. But means if I am selecting this 36 out of 77, means we are reducing, but we are removing noise, means it should be there, the performance should be increased. So for the sake of, as we know that we have applied here all J48 classifier, we have applied 77 features. Okay, and we got the accuracy of 99.6196%. So based on the whatever the confusion matrix is given here, just I will click classify J48. So here confusion matrix is there. Based on that confusion matrix, so if I calculate detection rate and false alarm rate, so this much is the detection rate and this much is the false alarm rate. Okay, why I am selected 12 12 12 something? Because of what? The empirical analysis is performed, and here the whatever the top ranked 15% features, these are provided the good performance. Good means what? That here 6126 top IG12 feature, here 99.38 58 53 60 means that is not higher than all feature, but that is near to, therefore I have selected. But based on that features, I have applied the frequency occurrence subset strategy that gives the FOS 136 feature, 16 feature, 6 feature, 2 feature. Okay, and in the fifth nothing is there. Okay, as this one. Okay, so what we will do, as we know that, just we will apply. What we have to do, we have to select less number of feature subset. So here 2 features. So instead of that, what we will do here, only for FOS2 only 23 and 67, 23 and 67. So I will select 23, 67, and we have to perform the detection against label. So I am selecting this one. So we have to select this feature, remove other. So make invert means other features are selected. We have to remove that feature only. Okay, remove it, only 2 feature and label is taken. After that, I will apply J48 classifier and just check. So now your model is built after the selection of 2 features within a very short time with the J48 0.87 seconds. You see here model built up is going on. 10th one is there. Now check accuracy, but accuracy is what? Decrease. Okay, now we have checked for the lowest 2. Next one is 6, 18, 19, 23, 25, 47, 67. Now we go toward the data set. Here undo means your original data sets come up. Now out of that, what we have to select? 18. Now here 18 number feature we have to select, then 19 number, 23 25, 23 25, then 47, 47, then 67, 67, and we have to perform with respect to the attack detection means label. We have to select this feature, remove other. So invert means other features are selected, we have to remove it. Finally, how many features are there? 6 plus 1 our label. After that, we will apply J48 classifier. We will check that what happens. So now your model built 2.85 seconds, right? You check here the fold. 4th one is going on, 5th one is going on. Now 10th fold is going on. So accuracy is 99.6097. If you see accuracy with all feature 99.6196, but after reduction what happens? The accuracy is slightly decreases. No problem. We will check another subset is with us here. This is 16. Okay, FOS2 16 features are there. Whatever the features are there, we obtain. We will just select that one and we will check the experimentation. Now again undo. All the feature subset, original feature subset come up, right? Here we have to select 16. So for that, we have to select feature number 1. Okay, 2, 10, 16, 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23rd, 25th, 35, 37, 47, 48, 66, 67, and 69. We have to perform this with attack detection. We will select the label. Okay, we have to select this feature, remove other, make the invert operation. others are selected, remove it, 16 plus 1 11 17. Okay, after that we will apply J48 classifier with 10-fold cross validation. Check that. Now 16 features are selected. Now your model is built up with the 8.44 second. Now the second fold is going on left hand side, bottom left hand side. You see here, third fold is going on. Fourth, fifth one. Sixth one is going on. Seventh, ninth, and 10th. Yes. Okay. 10th is going on. The result will be come up. Whatever the performance of J48. Yes. What is the performance? 99.621 and incorrectly classification rate 0.3. So means what? When we select all features, model built up time is 56.31 seconds with accuracy 99.6196. But when we will propose some feature selection method, means optimization in the terms of feature reduction, that goes to 77 feature to 16 feature with less model built up time and accuracy is improved. Because of what? We are removing noise. After the noise removal, we need to achieve highest accuracy. Highest means higher accuracy. If you see here, so if you apply this one, FOS 136 feature, you will get the accuracy of 62.20. But here, for all feature, 99.6196. Why I have selected this FOS to 16 numbers? Because of what? The accuracy is high, but number of features are high. As well as the number of features high means model built up time is high. We have to select out of these 4 feature subset out of that we have to select single feature subset in a such a way that consists reduce the number of feature or considerable number of features that improves the accuracy, something detection rate or whatever the parameters are there with minimum build up time. Okay, because of what? We have to perform the early detection. Okay, here 90 for 36 feature 99.6220, but model build up time is high. But when you compare the detection here with all feature, detection rate is 99.985. Here it is slightly improved. Okay, but here decreases. False alarm rate is there. Okay, there is a slightly increase. That is nothing but it is very negligible. Sorry, that is 0.0004. Okay, so means what? To perform the optimization for early detection of attack. Yes. So this is the way to perform the optimization. Optimization is used in the various domain. When the domain changes, the optimization's behavior is also changes. So this is the way to perform the optimization in the terms of feature reduction for cyber security, or we can say that specifically for the web application security. Okay, so further we conclude the session. Means what? When we are trying to capture the network traffic in your network, so many network traffic features are there, and here some of the features, these are noisy features, means that add the noise and degrade the performance. As we know that here we have seen that whenever we are selecting 77 feature, model built up time is high and performance is degradable. right? The second thing is what we observe from this optimization. The optimization will be provided by machine learning because of what? The presence of so many feature selection methods are there and different to test it classifiers are there. Means the machine learning provides or it plays very important role in a feature selection to perform the optimization, and again that gives the higher classification rate for the detection of web attack. Further, we can say that the use of these feature selection methods in machine learning that provides a way to identify the important features, or we can say that reduce the features for the specific task that we have performed here for the web application, web attack detection. And as we know that before the feature selection, what is the performance, and after the feature selection. And obviously, as we have tested with the J48 classifier with the tenfold cross validation, and finally we can say that after the optimization is performed by reducing the number of features, the whatever the performance of this intrusion detection system is improved. Okay, and this is the way to use the optimization in the domain of cyber security and specifically for the web attack detection. Okay, you can apply anywhere because of what? So many people are working in the smart grid computing, something other way, or for prediction. Again, in that data set, so many attributes are there. Again, for prediction or something detection, or you are classifying some traffic in grid computing or any other your automated network is there. So again, you can use such type of feature selection methods. Means indirectly, so many people are talking about the big data. Big data is nothing but what? There is an increase in the number of network traffic feature. Okay, so that this session handles how to handle big data. So to handling a big data in any network, we have to perform the optimization. The way of optimization is different. Here we have demonstrated the optimization in the terms of reduction in the number of features. Here we observe that when we are using that is big data, so model built up time is larger for machine learning models. Noise is there. We will remove the noise through the optimization. We will get the better performance as compared to the original features. Yes, guys, and these are the some of the references that are used for preparing the PPT. Yes, this is from my side. Thank you. Girish sir and participants.
Participant having any question?
Any questions from the participant side?
You can also send a message through chat box. I think participants are well understood the topic. I would like to thanks Professor I would like to thanks Professor Deepak Shirsagar for an excellent presentation and demonstration in the area of network security through the Weka Explorer. And all the participants are inspired from their demonstration of the machine learning algorithm in network security. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.